Motorola Edge Plus and Motorola Edge are coming really soon, and we got some official renders and leaked video clip of this Motorola Edge Plus as well. So it's been a while Motorola has launched any flagship device, and I think it's almost 2 years. Last year we saw a foldable smartphone from Motorola that was a Motorola Razr, but not true flagship. And now Motorola is finally back with its Motorola Edge Plus and Motorola Edge. And here, as you can see, Ivan Blas on Twitter shared some realistic renders of this Motorola Edge Plus, which are based on current leaks and rumors. And as you can see here, we have a clear look on them, and we got a larger display which is curved also and is named as waterfall display. And the curves on waterfall display of this Motorola Edge Plus are almost equal to the Mate 30 Pro's curve that was also a waterfall display. And leaks confirms that this will be a 6.67 inches display with 90Hz refresh rate. Yes, 90Hz refresh rate display is also there to come. And I think at this time we are having a lot of competition between smartphone brands which are providing us with 120Hz display. Motorola must have stepped up for this thing. But anyways, this is also something we can say enough, because Motorola is coming back after a very long time. And here you can watch out this clip. I know quality is not much better, but this is what I got to show you guys. You can see how curved is this waterfall display, and it looks really amazing and futuristic. And I would say design of this phone from front side really appreciable from me. And at rear side we got a quad camera setup in the video, but in renders everywhere on internet we have a triple camera setup. Maybe the last one would be a TOF sensor, I mean time of flight sensor, and primary sensor on rear side is 108 megapixel camera sensor. And thumbs up for this thing, because Motorola is building a real flagship phone. And along with this 108 megapixel camera sensor, we also have an 16 megapixel ultrawide angle lens and 8 megapixel telephoto lens, which is expected to have a 5x digital zoom capability. And 108 megapixel word can also be seen on renders clearly written at the right side of cameras. And front camera is of 25 megapixel, which is in punchole design, which is located at the top left corner of display, same as we saw on Mi 10 Pro and Samsung S20 series. And if we take a look from the other angles of the smartphone, then it is clear that this Motorola Edge Plus has a really high camera bump, which we saw also on S20 Ultra. So you'll have to put a case on it to make it balance, otherwise it will get scratches when glass of cameras will be subjected to any hard object. And if we talk about the processor, then Motorola Edge Plus will be powered by Snapdragon's latest chipset, Snapdragon 865 SoC. And obviously with this processor you will have much performance in cameras as well as in gaming. Expected RAM is 12GB LPDDR5, and Motorola Edge is expected to have 8 and 6GB of RAM variants, which will be the base variant of Motorola Edge series, and battery will be of 5170 milliamps. And we haven't saw any leaks and rumors for the charging speed, but we can assume at least 33 watts of fast charging. And here this is another render from XDA developer, you can see, which is another proof of this beauty, clearly showing a LED flashlight is also there at the top right side of the camera array, and a big Motorola logo can be seen at the center. Volume and power brokers are located at the right side of phone, which can confirm that this display of Edge Plus won't be a true waterfall display, because as we saw on Huawei Mate 30 Pro, where we saw no physical buttons because they have to ditch them to make their display more curved and more realistic. And that was absolutely a waterfall display that I loved most. But in Motorola Edge Plus it is also not so bad, but not equal to Mate 30 Pro. From top side of render we can say this will have an audio jack, thanks to Motorola for not ditching it, because every flagship has just vanished their audio jacks, but Motorola has put it on. Bottom of the phone has an Type-C charging port along with the SIM tray. And keeping in view all of the renders of Motorola Edge Plus, we can surely say it will be available in two colors, red and blue. Talking about the base variant of Motorola Edge series, that will be Motorola Edge, which will offer Snapdragon 765, a 64 megapixel primary lens, which will be most likely from Sony, the brand new sensor from Sony, that will be IMX686. And that's all. Expected release date is 23rd of the March. Let's see what we can actually get from Motorola after a very long time. I will be covering the tech news of every upcoming smartphone in future, especially on MWC of 2020. And for that, stay tuned to the channel by subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.